If this appeared to you, then everything is about to arrive. You didn't click on this video by accident. And no, the timing isn't random either. There are months that pass unnoticed, ordinary, uneventful. But then there are others that come with a quiet force. May is one of them. It doesn't scream. It doesn't rush, but it brings a shift in the air, in your energy, in your awareness. Maybe you've felt it too. A strange restlessness, a desire to let go of what no longer fits. A whisper inside saying, you can't keep living like this. That's not your imagination. That's alignment. May has always been a symbolic threshold, the crossing from inner winter into a season of blooming. A portal, a soft invitation to stop surviving and start living with presence again. This video isn't about astrology or superstition. It's about tuning into something you've probably ignored for too long. Your own inner movement. Stay with me until the end, and I'll walk you through 7 powerful truths this month holds, including a simple morning ritual that could reset your entire energy field. If your soul has been craving clarity, softness, or momentum, you've just arrived at the right place. Let's begin. There are months that speak. May is one that whispers to your soul. Every year, May arrives with a quiet invitation. Not loud, not urgent, but powerful. It doesn't just mark the change of a season. It marks the possibility of inner transformation. While many people rush through the days on autopilot, some, like you, begin to notice the subtle changes this month brings. The way the light hits differently, the way your emotions become more vivid, the way your intuition starts to whisper instead of scream. This isn't random. Ancient cultures viewed May as a symbolic month of rebirth, a sacred bridge between what was and what can be. Nature blooms without asking for permission. And so can you. This is not about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you've always been, beneath the noise, beneath the roles, beneath the masks. When May arrives, it doesn't bring answers. It brings space, and in that space, the soul breathes. The clutter begins to fall away, and slowly, without even noticing, you start to hear your own truth again. You might feel more emotional. You might find old memories resurfacing. You might even feel the urge to withdraw from the noise of the world. That's not regression, it's realignment. You're entering a portal, and the first step is presence. So ask yourself, have I been rushing through life lately? Or am I truly present with what May is trying to show me? Keep watching. The next truth may be the one you didn't know you needed. Sometimes your pain wasn't punishment. It was preparation. You've been through more than you show. And maybe, just maybe, that's the reason you've been chosen to bloom now. The truth is, most people try to outrun their past. Bury it, deny it, numb it. But what if the past wasn't meant to be escaped, but understood? Pain doesn't come to break you. It comes to shape you. And everything you've survived, the heartbreaks, the disappointments, the losses, they were all carving something deeper inside you. Capacity. May has a way of stirring old memories, but instead of fighting them, this is the time to finally let them speak. Not to hold you back, but to show you how far you've come. You see, healing isn't about forgetting. It's about no longer being controlled. It's when you can look at your scars and say, yes, this hurt, but look who I became because of it. Every tear, every setback, every closed door, they were all part of a divine rerouting. You weren't being punished. You were being prepared. So if this month brings emotional waves, let them come, feel them, honor them, then release them, knowing they were never meant to define you, only refine you. Ask yourself, what if nothing was wasted? What if the version of you that's arriving now needed everything you once tried to avoid? In the next section, we'll talk about a hidden strength that may already be growing inside you. In silence. Faith isn't loud. Sometimes it sounds like showing up quietly, again and again. You might think that transformation looks like fireworks, big gestures, loud breakthroughs, visible changes. But most of the time, it doesn't. It looks like choosing to get up one more time, even when no one's watching. It looks like showing up for yourself when no one's cheering. It looks like continuing, even when your heart still aches. That is silent strength. And if you're still standing today, after everything life has thrown at you, then you already carry more of it than you realize. In a world obsessed with noise, persistence has become a radical act. We've been conditioned to believe that if it's not visible, it doesn't count. But spiritual growth often happens in the hidden moments, in the stillness, in the surrender, in the days when you feel like giving up, but choose not to. That quiet commitment to your healing, your peace, your journey, that's what moves mountains. So if no one told you lately, you're doing better than you think. Your progress might not be loud, but it's real, and real growth is rarely flashy. Ask yourself, where have I been quietly showing up? And what would happen if I honored that as sacred, instead of not enough? In the next section, you'll learn a small morning ritual that can help reset your vibration and align your energy with the new life that's waiting to unfold. How you start your morning shapes how the universe responds to you. Before the world touches you, who are you? That first moment when you wake up, before the notifications, before the stress, before the mind starts racing, is one of the most powerful portals of the day, and most people waste it. They grab their phones, they scroll, they compare, they forget. But there's a quiet power available in the first 5 minutes of your morning. A power that can shift your entire vibration and send a clear message to the universe. I'm ready, I'm available, I'm open. It doesn't have to be long, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it does have to be intentional. Here's a simple morning ritual you can try starting tomorrow. Before opening your phone, place one hand on your chest. Breathe in slowly, feel your heart. Remind yourself, I am here, and that is enough. Speak a phrase of alignment, something like, I allow good things to come to me today. I release resistance. I welcome flow. Do one action that is just for you, and only you. Stretch. Light a candle. Drink water slowly. Look outside. Move your body gently. Anything that reminds you this is your life. These 3 minutes won't fix your life, but they'll help you stop abandoning yourself first thing in the morning. And that changes everything. Ask yourself, what energy do I usually wake up in? And what would happen if I chose to enter the day with intention instead of urgency? The next truth reveals why even with rituals and effort, nothing truly shifts until something much deeper changes inside. Nothing around you will shift until something within you does. It's easy to blame the world, the job, the partner, the lack of time, the constant noise. But here's a quiet truth that most people avoid. Your outer world is a mirror of your inner state. You can switch jobs, you can change cities, you can end relationships. But if you're still carrying the same emotional blueprint, you'll find yourself in the same cycles, again and again. True transformation doesn't begin in the calendar. It begins in your consciousness. That's why May feels so different. Not because life outside is necessarily changing, but because the invitation to look inward is becoming stronger. And maybe that's what you've been feeling. The discomfort, the frustration, the invisible tension, all of that is a signal, not that something is wrong, but that something inside is ready to evolve. When you shift your energy, your thoughts, your self-worth, your expectations, the universe begins to rearrange accordingly. But it always waits for you to go first. Think of your inner world as the frequency you're broadcasting. The clearer it becomes, the more aligned your life will feel, without force. Ask yourself, am I trying to fix my life from the outside in, or from the inside out? Up next, when your vibration changes, life starts speaking a new language, and you'll begin to see it in the signs around you. When your vibration changes, the world begins to whisper back. Sometimes the universe doesn't shout, it whispers. And if you're quiet enough inside, you begin to notice. You may start seeing repeated numbers. You might dream more vividly. You might feel more sensitive to people, places, or even music that once felt neutral. Or maybe people begin to fall away, not with drama, but with quiet finality. These aren't coincidences. They're signs of awakening. Your energy is shifting. And when that happens, the world has no choice but to respond in kind. It's like you've been tuned into one radio frequency your whole life. And now, suddenly, you're catching signals from a different one. Clearer, softer, deeper. This is the moment many people feel confused. They ask, what's happening to me? The answer is simple but profound. You're waking up, not to the world outside, but to the truth inside. You're no longer able to tolerate what drains you. You crave peace more than approval. You listen to your body instead of overriding it. You start to trust the nudges, the pauses, the pull towards something you can't explain yet. And here's the most beautiful part. You don't need to understand everything to keep going. You just need to keep listening. Ask yourself, what's been changing in my energy lately? And have I been paying attention or brushing it off as nothing? And now the final truth, the one that requires the most courage, what it really means to cross the symbolic portal into a new version of yourself. Your soul doesn't want perfection. It wants permission to become. There comes a moment in every journey where you can't go back, not because something is holding you there, but because your soul has already outgrown who you used to be. That moment is a threshold, a symbolic crossing from one version of you to the next, and it almost never looks like a celebration. It looks like uncertainty, resistance, a trembling heart, but behind all of it is freedom. Many people get to this edge and freeze. They want guarantees. They want clarity before they move. But the truth is, you cross by trusting, not by knowing. To step into the new, the healed, aligned, empowered version of yourself, you have to let the old self dissolve. And that means letting go of what once felt safe. Old beliefs, old roles, old wounds you kept nurturing just to feel something. This isn't about becoming someone else. It's about remembering who you were before the world told you to be someone different. And yes, it takes courage. But that courage is already inside you. It's the same strength that carried you through every silent storm. It's the same light that never went out, even when you thought it did. Crossing this portal means walking with shaky legs and an open heart. It means choosing faith over fear, not once, but every day. Ask yourself, what part of me is ready to be released? And who am I becoming on the other side? Up next, practical tools to support your crossing. Small, grounded actions that can anchor your transformation in daily life. Spiritual growth is invisible until you turn it into action. Transformation doesn't need to be dramatic. In fact, the most lasting changes happen through small, consistent, intentional practices that remind your body, your mind, and your soul. We are evolving now. Here are 5 simple takeaways to ground everything you've just absorbed and begin living this shift. 1 gentle step at a time. 1. Begin your day with stillness. 3 minutes max. Before you touch your phone, before the world rushes in, give yourself 3 minutes of quiet presence. Close your eyes. Place a hand on your heart. Breathe deeply. Say silently, I am safe. I am ready. I am open to what this day brings. You're training your nervous system to begin from peace instead of anxiety. 2. Choose one thing to release this week. What's one habit, pattern, or thought you're ready to let go of? It could be overthinking, people-pleasing, self-criticism. Write it down. Light a candle. Say aloud, thank you for what you taught me. I release you now. Symbolic acts have energetic power. 3. Reclaim your energy before sleep. Every night, say this simple sentence out loud. I call all of my energy back to me, cleansed and whole. And this helps your subconscious return to center and prevents emotional residue from building over time. 4. Surround yourself with light anchors. Place small, sacred reminders in your space. A crystal, a flower, a handwritten affirmation, or even a photo of your younger self. Let these objects gently bring you back to presence throughout your day. 5. Move your body with awareness. Whether it's stretching in the morning, walking barefoot on grass, or simply placing your feet firmly on the ground, reconnect with your body. It's the vessel carrying your transformation. Treat it with reverence. These takeaways aren't meant to overwhelm. Choose one to begin with. Integrate it. Feel the shift. Then add more as you feel called. Remember, you don't need to rush awakening. You just need to respond to it. In the final section, we'll wrap up with a message that ties everything together and leave you with a question your soul will want to answer. You didn't find this message. It found you because you were ready. You've just walked through a journey of 7 inner truths, each one a step, a whisper, a light along your path. And maybe now things look the same on the outside. The same job, the same people, the same responsibilities, but something within you is not the same. That's the shift. That's the awakening. That's the beginning of a different relationship with yourself. One rooted in truth, softness, and alignment. No one else can walk this journey for you, but you are never walking it alone. There's an intelligence in the universe that responds when you begin to remember who you are. So if May feels different, it's because it is. It's not here to give you all the answers. It's here to open the door and invite you to step through. And now, I'll leave you with this question. What if everything you've been through was preparing you for exactly this moment? Let it sit. Let it echo. Let it move you. If this message touched something inside you, share it with someone you love. Leave a comment below. What resonated the most with you? And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what's coming next. Because we're just getting started. Take a breath, place your hand on your heart, and say quietly to yourself, I'm ready. Thank you for being here. You're exactly where you're meant to be.